heading into recall auditions, there is a high likelihood that you are going to be getting a workshop at some point. Workshops are super common at certain stages in the audition process. And while every school runs theirs slightly differently, most schools are looking at exactly the same stuff. Now, if you are walking in blind with very little knowledge about what's going on, then a workshop can feel chaotic and a bit overwhelming. But today we are going to break down the exact mechanics of what audition panels are actually watching out for during these workshops so that you know exactly how to navigate the room. I am an audition panelist, I am an audition coach, I have been teaching acting at various drama schools in the UK for a number of years now, and workshops used to be something that I would run as an audition panelist. And over the past year, I have developed an online platform called act.cool. And this is taking all of my knowledge and all of my experience of sitting on audition panels and training actors, and I've put it all together so that you've got tools and resources and training videos and a community that you can pull from so that you are going into these auditions with full knowledge and full confidence. So if this sounds like something that is up your street, then I highly recommend getting into the description box below, grabbing the link and signing up. Okay, so let's talk about the workshop. The first point that I want to make is that it is a chemistry test. The schools want to see how well you work as part of an ensemble because they know that the vast majority of your training is going to be spent in a team, collaborating together, devising, creating. So the best way to gauge how you vibe is just putting you into a group and seeing what you do. Now, it's really, really important to know that the panel aren't just looking for leaders, because if they had a full year group of just strong alpha type leaders who always want their point to be heard and always want to be in charge of things, then the entire year group will descend into chaos. There would be riots and bloodshed. But on the flip side, if you've got an entire year group made up of followers, people who are just more than willing to let other people take the lead, and they will just kind of say yes to everything and go along with other people's plans, then nothing will get done. So what the panels are actually looking for by giving you ensemble-based workshops is to try and come up with an entire year group that's made up of leaders, followers, and more importantly, facilitators. A facilitator is a person that makes sure that everybody's points are being heard, that is there to make sure that the ideas are actually coming to fruition. They're the ones that bridge the gap between the people that want to lead and the people that are naturally following. They're like the glue that binds the whole thing together. And it's important to have all three of those types of people within a year group. So an audition panel are looking for a range of people. They're not just looking for people that are going to shout their case or just say yes to everything. They're looking at slotting you in amongst other people. So my best advice is just turn up naturally as yourself. Don't try and be a leader if that isn't naturally what you do. Don't try and skulk in the shadows if you're more naturally inclined to be in charge of things. Because no one type of actor is wrong and no one type of actor is right. It's about combining all of those different elements for a really good year group. Point number 2, they want to gauge your curiosity. The panel want to see if you are working from a place of interest and playfulness instead of just putting on a show and trying to be perfect. The likelihood is within your workshops, you're going to be doing some element of physical activity, vocal activity, maybe some devising. So there's going to be different exercises that you're going to be executing on. And I've seen it time and time again as a panelist that you've got these actors that have got one eye constantly on the panel, gauging whether they're being watched or not, gauging whether they think that the panel like what they're doing. And that is so counterintuitive because the exercises are set up there for you to just invest in them instead of having one eye on us, gauging whether you're getting closer to or further away from getting a place. The exercises are designed for you to get messy. They're designed for you to get curious and playful and just experiment with some things and have fun. So if you're constantly checking in with the panel, then it reads as a bit insecure. It reads like you're trying to game the system. I know that it sounds really cliche, but the whole dance like nobody's watching thing really comes into this. So if you commit to the task and temporarily just ignore the panel, that is going to stand you in much better stead than keeping your eyeballs on them. Point number 3, stamina and range. Drama school training is incredibly physical, very, very demanding. You've got loads of contact hours per week. You've got back-to-back classes. You're doing long, physically demanding sessions. So alarm bells are going to start to ring if you are struggling to keep up during a 30-minute workshop. The panel are going to naturally start wondering, are you going to be able to survive the 35 to 40 contact hours a week? Now, no, this isn't about having the stamina of, an elite athlete, but it is a case of, are you able to keep up? Are you able to engage with this without this being so incredibly physically taxing? They also want to gauge your range. And by this, I mean, can you move in a variety of ways? Can you use your voice with different qualities? Can you approach the work from a different kind of point of view and switch and change? Because if you're only capable of moving one way, of speaking one way, and of thinking one way, then that is going to limit you when you get onto the course. Now, no, you don't need to be an acrobat. You don't need to be some kind of opera singer. You don't need to be, all things to all people, but it is us gauging potential in terms of, are you able to do a variety of things? And is that something that we can build on over the next 3 years? Oh, and bonus, it could be an unobserved warm-up. Sometimes a workshop isn't even a workshop. It is just simply a warm-up. In the end, the school wants you to do the best work that you can do on the day of your audition. So some have actually started setting up warm-ups for you, both physical and vocal warm-ups, to get you to a place where you are warm and ready and set so that when you go in to do your speeches and get redirection, you're going from a place of warmth and not cold. So if the school are saying that it is a warm-up instead of a workshop, then trust them. Some will be observed, others won't be. Regardless of that, just engage with the work and get the most out of it that you can. Also, a workshop is there for you to audition the school. Workshops are designed to be little snapshots of what you can expect full-time training to be. So you need to take note of, do I like the way that they are directing this? Do I like the way that they're constructing this? Am I excited to engage with this work? So instead of it feeling like it's just a test on you, test them. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure that you click subscribe, make sure that you tell other people about this, and make sure to sign up to the online platform act.cool to get even more knowledge, more guidance, more training, more resources, tools, etc., and meet a community of really lovely, like-minded actors who are going through the same process that you are. But until next time,